I guess we will find out this week on a verdict of Dereck Chauvin, the police officer who had his knee on the neck of George Floyd, and we will see if he will be guilty or is acquitted. You best believe that there will be protests throughout this society, more likely all over the world. You're going to see NBA woke players going to take knees and wear silly T-shirts or even boycott a game. You're going to hear celebrities. I'm quite sure everybody's going to want to hear what Steven Jackson has to say about his brother. You know, but yet and still he didn't help his brother out. So, yes, there's going to be a lot of these things that's going to go on. That's going to happen. And we have not seen anything like this since the O.J. Simpson verdict. Everybody was on the edge. Everybody was I remember when that verdict went down, and you can literally see the divide where a lot of Caucasian folks, especially white women, thought he killed her. And black folks were, for one day and one day only, yes, I said it, actually was cheering for O.J. Before this situation, everybody hated him. After this situation, they still hated him. But for one day, O.J. was black on that situation, as they would like to call it. And this George Floyd situation is actually bigger than the Trayvon Martin. And the reason is that you have a lot of things invested in this. Black Lives Matter movement. The Democratic Party has got involved in it. Politicians have gotten involved. All 50 states, politicians talk about these things. And of course, the coverage of it, you've seen it in full video. Celebrities and athletes from all over, they cannot stop talking about the George Floyd situation. So this has reached literally to the highest point. This week is going to be one of these weeks that everyone is going to be watching. If this man is found guilty or he will be acquitted. But then you have Congresswoman Maxine Waters saying that if they don't get what they want, people must stay in the streets and get active and be controversial in your stances and confrontational as well. And this is where we are. Now we have shifted towards fighting, rioting, protesting, and showing delusional anger towards things that I have yet to see any bills, laws, or policies even signed. Maxine Waters she's been doing this for 30 plus years, if not longer. She's been doing this for a long time. And not one bill she signed or pushed for. She talks a good game, like all the rest do, but not one bill has been pushed or signed. We push for better training. We talk about police reforms. We talk about defunding the police. We talk about all these silly things. But yet nothing gets signed, nothing gets done. Me personally, when it comes up, when we're talking about this Dereck Chauvin trial, I don't know how it's going to swing. It doesn't bother me either way, if he's guilty or not, because I am not a police officer. I respect the law. I respect the police officers across this land. I feel like the police officers get a bad rap. And not only get a bad rap, but they also are very disrespected. The main ones who are screaming and hollering about how much they hate the police, they're the main ones who need the police. Because who is going to police yourself? Who is going to police you from you? Who is going to police someone else from you? That's the kind of way, that's how I see it. Who is going to police them? From now on, it seems to me that the police force are going to have a hard time dealing with these emotional ass people, especially these emotional ass black folks. And this week is going to be a very interesting, trying times that we have ever seen since the O.J. Simpson trial. Or I should say verdict. The trial went on forever. But this is going to be big. And everybody is going to be on sitting on their hands with emotions ready for the verdict. If they find him not guilty and he is acquitted, the cities will burn. People will protest like you have never seen before. It's going to be some outcries. It's going to be everything that you have imagined. Is going to have a ripple effect throughout this wall, between these walls in America. You are going to see angry as people like you have never seen before, if this man is to walk. Now, if he is found guilty, even if he was found guilty of a lesser charge, people are still going to scream. Let's say manslaughter or second degree. People are going to lose their minds because it ain't going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. And we have people like Maxine Waters and all the other race-based hustlers like Al Sharpton, Eric Michael Dyson, Roland Martin, Black Lives Matter, and Jesse Jackson. All those other cats, all those other guys, including your celebrities and athletes, are going to keep pushing and promoting all these rhetorics. They are going to push it hot and heavy because they want him found guilty of first-degree murder. That's what they want. Me personally, I don't see it. I don't see them convicting him of first-degree murder. But I'm telling you right now, anything that's dealing with manslaughter or second degree or acquitted, nah, I don't see that. You're going to have some mad-ass folks out here. And you got these Birkenstock snowflakes out here that's going to go in solidarity with these black folks. And they're going to be all kinds of anarchy and fist in the air and Marxist attitudes. They're going to be all over this country like you have never seen before. Like I said, I don't have a stake in it. But when you have Congresswoman Maxine Waters stating those things, stay in the streets and be confrontational and be active, man, nothing's good going to come out of it. It's almost like you're escalating a riot. You're escalating more chaos when people need to be learning and doing things differently, especially in the midst of this COVID-19, because it's far from over. COVID-19 is going to do some more damage control. And stuff like this is going to steer people away from reality. Even though this is reality, but to me, this COVID-19 is real reality. When I talk about so-called police brutality and racism in the black community, and I label it down from the number one issue in the black community from 1 to 10, I actually rate racism and police brutality right around 15. Because between 1 and 10, there's a lot of issues in the black community. And majority of these issues from 1 to 10 is inner. There's nothing that these white folks can help you with. There's nothing politicians can help you with. There's nothing the government can help you with. Because most of our black issues in the so-called black community is in-house. And police brutality and racism is right around number 15. That is not the main issue. So I think this country is going to brace itself for the vicious body blows to come if this verdict does not steer in the direction of which a lot of these protesters and these race-based pushers want it to go. And if they don't steer it in that direction, you will see a country that's going to erupt in flames. I do mean flames. I would not want to be a police officer or anyone in the law enforcement agency. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. Because this situation right here, this is where we are. And you have these politicians out here pushing for you to stay in the streets and people ready to protest and boycott and all this kind of stuff. But to me, I think it's just going to get even worse when this verdict come out and it does not go the way black folks want it to go, and all the other protesters as well. So we in this country better embrace what's to come after the Dereck Chauvin trial.